Hello, it's Coach Nick. If you've never done a layup before, if your layups never go in, if you can't seem to figure out which foot goes where or what foot goes first, or if you just straight up suck at layups and you're lucky to hit the backboard when you do a layup, this is the video for you. We're going to cover the basics of a layup. And not only that, I'm going to give you a few drills you can do to decrease the amount of time you need to spend to learn a layup. Let's start on our right side. We're going to pretend there is a string tied from our right knee to our right elbow. And every time we lift our right elbow, our right knee raises at the same time. So stand here with me and let's practice a bunch of reps making sure our knee and our elbow are in sync. If they're not in sync, slow down the movement until they are in sync and gradually increase the speed. It might feel awkward at first, but with some practice, I promise it'll feel natural, just like riding a unicycle. I want you to do at least 20 reps, but if you're brand new to basketball, I'd say do at least 50. Now we're gonna stand with our left foot forward and we're gonna do the same motion, bringing our right knee and elbow up. Practice this motion until it feels like you aren't losing your balance and make sure it feels fluid, like one solid movement. All right, let's do the same thing, but we're gonna add a little bit of a hop. So we'll swing the right leg through, hop, and come back down. And I want us to really focus on bringing that right knee up because this is what's going to generate a lot of power for us. Once you're comfortable with that, let's stand with our feet shoulder width apart. We'll step with our left foot and repeat the same movement. Step with the left, hop, come down with the right. Step with the left, hop, come down with the right. Step with the left, hop, come down with the right. As you're doing these movements, if anything feels weird or out of whack or just uncomfortable, slow down, go back to the previous step, do it over again, and then gradually increase the speed. Now let's add the ball. So we'll hold the ball in both of our hands near our right hip, and then as we hop, bring it close to the right side of our head. This simulates the movement we'll be doing when we do a layup. All right, by now you should feel a little more comfortable with these movements, and guess what? You did it. You're pretty much doing a layup. You've got the basic footwork down for a layup. All we need to do is add that last step in, and maybe a dribble or two, and we should be good to go. So let's start with our feet shoulder width apart, step with the right foot, and then with the left. And look at that, folks, we're doing it. We're doing a layup. Not too shabby. So I think at this point we should just bust out a bunch of reps. It might seem boring or tedious at first, but it's definitely worth the work. Our next step is to move to the wall. Let's make sure we have a way to shoot the basketball. And if you need help with this, click on this video right here. And in there's some quick and dirty tips on how to shoot the basketball. Otherwise, let's just do a bunch of reps where we swing our right leg up and shoot the basketball. And all we're doing here is just shooting the basketball and getting the movement down. Just pick a spot on the wall a little higher than your head and aim for that same spot every time you shoot. Doing it this way is better than trying to shoot a layup on a regular 10-foot hoop because you're gonna be able to bust out a bunch of reps in a short amount of time. Once this feels good, let's do the full 2 steps. Right, left, up. Again, do a lot of reps and then pick a spot a little higher on the wall. So maybe pick a spot a foot up, do some more reps, then another foot, etc. until you feel like you're shooting the ball really high. Now let's add in the dribble. So we'll dribble once on our right side, pick the ball up as we plant our right foot, and that's our first step. Then we'll take our second step with our left foot and hop and shoot the ball, and that's an official layup. Let's do some more reps. Dribble, 1, 2, dribble, 1, 2, dribble, 1, 2, dribble, 1, dribble, 1. As we're standing, let's dribble the basketball and then we'll coordinate everything together. So when you're ready, we'll go right, left, up. Start off slow at first and gradually increase the speed. Then we can try it walking. And then we can try it jogging. And then we can try it running. Sometimes it's difficult to get the footwork down without traveling at first. If this is you and you're getting your footwork confused, try shuffling your feet as you dribble, and then when you're ready, take a step with your right foot as you pick up the ball, follow through with your left, and then hop. Shuffle, 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 right, left, up. Shuffle, 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 right. All right, so by now your layup should feel a lot better. You should feel a lot more comfortable doing them. I don't have a hoop for me to show us the final step, but I still have something that I think we can work with. When you finally go to practice a layup on the hoop, aim for the corner of the square that's imprinted on the backboard. For beginners, this seems to work really well. If the ball comes in at this angle and then it hits this spot, it pretty much is guaranteed to go in. So that's it. You've got the basics of a layup. Remember to practice the steps. Don't cheat the system. I know it seems sometimes boring and tedious to practice this step and then to practice this step. And it's like, well, Coach Nick, why can't we just start at the very end and just practice them all together? You can do it that way. But I think for those of you who are absolute beginners and for those of you who have maybe some trouble with the footwork, it's definitely going to help you if you take it from the first step and then you go the second step, third step, etc. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Share it with your mom, share it with your dad. Maybe you can have them learn a layup as well. You guys can all do a family layup together, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.